the place where we've built is quite remote to get to, so the main infrastructure we built was roads, bridges over the waterways, just to get us out to the property itself. So that took us a long time, and is constant maintenance with all the rain we get out in a rainforest. So all those bridges have washed away. Huge log bridges just tumbled down the creeks. Once were creeks. It was something to see.
And so take us back, what day did the rain start, and was it kind of light to begin with and then became torrential, or was it just a downpour straight away?
It started off with a few days of fairly medium rain, but then when it came, it came like nothing I'd ever seen before. It was really raining, and the water coming around the cabin was flash floodwaters. That's what it was. It was, within an hour of the rain intensifying, the cabin was totally engulfed around it. So it was 3 days of anxiety and looking for ways to get out.
And so, Lauren, was water actually coming through the cabin itself?
No, it was, I think, about just on half a foot from going over. We live up on a bit of a hill. We built up a bit of a height. The water come up and over and was gushing. I took a video image close, standing on the edge of it, but not quite. We were frightened. Yeah. So as soon as the water decreased, we got out as soon as we could.
Yeah. And tell the other kids can come in shot if they want to come in shot. That's want to get in. And so when did you decide you should get out?
As soon as I saw that the water had gone down enough high on a ridge, I knew that there was only one chance, and that was to get across now in case it lifted up again. So we packed up within 30 minutes. We were packed up and in the ute and drove as far as we could, and then crossed from there.
Yeah. And so did you kind of have to hike out?
Yeah, well, once we crossed the first waterway, it was all a hike to the neighbour's cabin from there. It's not too far, but pretty hilly, and with the kids it was a bit of a journey and lots of baggage.
Yeah, and
lots of supplies.
And how did the kids handle it? Did they see it as a bit of an adventure, or were they a bit freaked out by it all?
Yeah, we teed them up. We told them we were going on a bit of an adventure in the rainforest, so they were all excited in the beginning. But look, they behaved really well. I think they sensed that was a bit of an emergency, and they needed to listen to Mummy and Daddy. Yeah. And look, they did really well. They were really tired afterwards. But look, they've done great, and they're hungry.
I hope they behave better than they are now. And so what does your place look like now? I guess we're seeing some shots of the road there, and so, yeah, the road's blown apart in places. But, yeah, tell us what your little spot in the rainforest looks like, that spot that you've spent so much effort on now. How's the cabin and the infrastructure around it?
Well, there's about 4 bridges that I'll need to build just to get to and from the cabin. So they're the bridges you're sort of looking at now, the washways. I'll have to rebuild those to be able to get access to the cabin. The cabin, look, it held up well. We had some leaking through the roof. It's a bit of debris around. Lost some fruit trees. Gained some rodent friends in the roof. But, yeah, look, it held up quite well. It's just the infrastructure in... we can't access the sawmill. The sawmill's been cut off.
And considering you built the cabin yourself, are you pretty proud that it's held up through 1,000 mils of rain?
Yeah, look, considering it's a flat roof design, it's done outstanding.
And tell us about, you mentioned there's been damage to infrastructure. What's the extent of the damage to the infrastructure around your place and the work you're going to have to do to make it livable again?
Oh, well, the main thing is our business. I run a small sawmill, and it's at the moment stuck high up on a ridge down the other end of the property, and there's a landslide like I've never seen before to get through first. So once we push a mountain out of the way, we might be able to get back to work.
And taking into account what's happened, you went there to get away from the stress. You've had a bit of stress over the past week or so. Are you determined to stay living there?
Yeah, look. I mean, the good equals the bad, and it's worth it. It's worth it to be out in amongst nature and just spending more time with the family than I would if I had to work a 9 to 5 in the city.
Yeah. And Lauren, one of the pictures we've showed during our chat with you is you standing there with a rod across your back with about 6 packs hanging off the rod. Is that what you were carrying through that during that hike?
Yeah, I carried obviously my youngest child, and then I had bags packed full of clothing, and just basically my baby feed. And then I had a backpack on my back. I think I had food in it. And then obviously James was on the other end of the camera, and he had all the kids' luggage and the supplies in the esky.
So all he had was a camera and a few bags.
Oh, come on! I've done four trips back to the cabin so far to get more supplies. I've got to go get a child seat today.
And so Lauren, you're still loving life in the rainforest, and you're keen to stay living there.
Yeah, I do. I love it, and the fact that, like James said, he doesn't have to work a 9 to 5 job to obviously keep us afloat. He's doing his own small business, and he spends a lot more time with us as a family. So I wouldn't trade it for a city life.
At all. Yeah, cool. Okay, guys, thanks so much for having a chat to us, and thanks to your kids for having a bit of a cameo there. Well, sorry, what's your son's name?
This one's Kai.
Kai,
and then we've got Liam.
Kai, I don't know if Kai will have much to say, but Kai, what do you reckon over the last week? It's a bit of an adventure?
Did you have fun?
Yeah, he's the strong silent type. Okay, we'll leave it there. Guys, thanks so much for having a chat to us, and good luck with all the work you'll have to do up there with your rainforest cabin, and enjoy living up there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.